I'm just gonna hit the record button. We can get going. Okay, so I've set this base up and flattened it out. It looks beautifully flat. Look at that flatness. And I already built the giant mole machine.
I was noticing that, and I was thinking of taking it for a spin, but I noticed it was without power and other amenities for the moment.
Yeah, we do not have enough power to spare for you to take things for a spin yet. We're very close.
Okay.
So I was going to say, we're at the point that we could probably start doing some shuttle business and some other things.
What do you mean by shuttle business?
I was going to say, you should look up what's required to make the RTG.
Ah, okay. But what is shuttle business?
So actually flying to previous planets that we've been to, possibly? I'm not entirely sure.
That's why we prefer that over teleporters.
That's an interesting question. Let me look up. What planet are we on? Nope, not Novus. Is this Novus?
The ice planet.
No. Glacio. So Glacio... I always have to look this up every single time we play Astroneer. Astroneer wiki. It's engine? No, it's core? No, it's reactor? Maybe if I search core, that's enough. Gateway engine. That's it. Okay, gateway engine. Glacio requires a diamond. Oh.
We brought those.
Yeah. All right. So your job is going to be possibly the same job as last time. You want to get sufficient power so we can power this thing, and then we're going to go straight to the center of the planet, drop off a diamond, and then start teleporting all over the place so we can get teleporting all over the place so we can get RTGs, so we don't have to worry about power for anything else.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess we'll need to power the gateway here first, too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Which is definitely this is the most one.
Yep.
I see that wind is very high here and sun is very low, so I'm going to take that as we might as well only build wind turbines.
Yep.
So I guess I need glass. Oh. I hadn't noticed previously that it tells you which planets the resources are available on. So I'm glad to see that glass is available because quartz is just on any planet, which I think someone said in the comments.
Yep.
Actually, thinking of the comments, there was somebody who pointed out that argon is actually used as part of the manufacture of steel. I think I was initially confused by this because it listed it as fuel, and that struck me as improbable. But it turns out that it's used to... it's just an inert gas that you can run over it to prevent oxidation during it, which I forget if Wander, you had suggested or if someone else in the comments had said, but it was funny reading that comment.
Probably not me. I try not to talk too much out of my butt.
Well, I think it was something I remember someone vaguely saying maybe it was possible, I thought in the stream, but someone certainly pointed out in the comments, and it was cool reading a little bit about that process, so fun to learn that sort of stuff.
Okay. Now, I think this planet has... Oh, does this planet have lithium? Or did... No, this one has titanium, which is the other thing that we could kind of use large amounts of. For some reason, I've totally forgotten. Unfortunately, because we only play this once a week, any amount of, like... I'm not going to say progress, but, there's so many other things that are on my brain, I totally forget what we were doing and, like, what even half the resources are used for.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting in that manner. I think I do remember it well enough, but I think part of it is I had fewer things held in my memory than you did in the first place about it, so... Yeah,
one of the big issues that I've been running into is that I play so many video games that I'm actually having a little bit of issues with information recall for, like, the specifics on,
Do you
like...
think that's more common when it's, like, a game that's similar to another game you've played? Okay.
Yeah, and I especially recently I've been playing No Man's Sky and Astroneer simultaneously, and those together are they're very similar. Completely different approaches, but like random resources that you furnace together into different things to use for different other crafting projects. And it gets messy. That's why I try not to play identical games simultaneously in general. Like, I don't like playing two Souls-likes at the same time, or two Metroidvania platformers, because I absolutely just start mixing up the buttons, and I can't stop.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's a funny thing for me when I transition between being on my Ubuntu computer or my Mac. And there are certain things that are similar and certain things that are not similar.
Oh, I bet we have enough resources that we can get some of the Hella platforms.
Did you call them... Is there some extremely large platform? Is that what we're describing?
Yeah, 2 resin and 2 iron makes the extra large platform. There's also the extra large curved platform, which we can have around like a central thing if we wanted to.
Okay. So is it mostly just kind of like, it's nice, it's convenient? You don't have to push many things around?
I don't know. It just, I've been so used to using these preset platforms that it's like, but what if I use some of the really crazy ones?
I mean, I think we better showcase as much as we can in this, right?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Looks like I'm going to need a lot of iron, though.
I found some
Grab
glass,
these.
and I think it's the stuff, lanternite, that's like aluminum, right? Yeah, aluminum. So I found the aluminum and glass stuff down there. Oh, someone else also pointed out in the comments that the primary resource tends to be found underground and the secondary resource on the surface.
Oh.
So I haven't confirmed that or not, but if that is true, that would be a cool pattern.
That entirely news to me, but I would not disbelieve.
By the way, is there any way to like just dump stuff in my inventory other than just clicking it one at a time and then dragging it over to the
I
ground?
think you gotta click and drag.
Okay. I mean, realistically, it's not the slow step, so...
By the way, if you want to get a lot of easy glass, soil converts into glass pretty evenly.
Okay, that's good to know.
Like,
I was just in the process of filling up the soil thing, so...
Yeah. I don't really go out of my way to grab quartz unless it's super convenient, just because
it was
my soil
right there.
containers is enough.
But you're right. You did point out to me originally that the compound is basically like it's easier than oh yeah, 4. That's good. I'm just so used to getting graphite out of this, which is just so tedious. But yeah, that the compound, like, it's almost as fast just to mine the soil.
I think it is straight up faster. Didn't we have that, like, realization last time that the conversion rate was just...
Oh yeah, that's right. It really is that much. Well, for my part...
So have you been up to anything interesting over the past week since we last played, or not really?
Interesting things. You know, it is... Yeah, what... I mean, certainly I have work, so
Yeah.
I think about that a lot. I suppose on a weekly basis, I still get together with my friends, and I had brought the discussion from last week where we were discussing a little bit about, like, whether or not, like, things have gotten better for people. And, you know, I had originally been thinking of it kind of in the way of, like, technology as being a good force that progresses over time, but I had a pretty good discussion with them about, like, the ways in which technology doesn't always improve things. I think in particular around automation. And also, like, the argument that longer life is not always, like, necessarily... Like, you can't claim longer life is good unless, like, people are living good lives, too. So just some interesting discourse on that I guess I've kept thinking about it throughout the week. Let's see, we have our smelting furnace here. Oh gosh, all this carbon. I've been learning lots of cool chemistry this week. Thinking a lot about various, I guess, electronics and stuff like that, and the chemistry that goes into that. It's kind of funny. I assume there must be like some degree where you learn these things, but it certainly was not my degree. So it's cool to still be like learning about a lot of that stuff even after.
I guess it makes sense. You can't cover every element, no matter what.
But I think also just like applications to things. I mean, like to some respect, just your bachelor's covers kind of like some very basic things, and I think if you're in engineering, you probably get into certain applications.
It's like I have an art degree, but I most definitely did not learn a lot of different art techniques because many of them are just wildly outside of my well, I mean, just wildly outside of my wheelhouse, and what's the point of teaching me them? Why the heck did they force me to learn dimensional illustration? I've never understood, but that's the one.
I mean, probably having some varied skills makes sense, right?
Yeah, just not that one.
Yeah, I think saying that you have to learn this particular skill, though, and say that this is more important than other things you could be doing.
Like, what's a good example? What's some, like, really outmoded... Well, didn't they, like, redo how, people thought of, atoms a while back? Where, like, originally it was kind of the classic, picture of the atom is, like, the central core and a bunch of things just whizzing around it.
Yeah,
and then that model was proven to be quite incorrect.
Yeah. I think, so we still learn that one within chemistry degrees. It is useful to some respect, though, because weirdly it gets hydrogen correct to assume that there's just an electron just like kind of orbiting around a proton nucleus.
But you don't spend months studying it.
No, you don't spend a long time studying it because it's pretty quick to derive. And it's important because it gets the correct answer for a few things. But the person who like invented it knew that it was wrong. Like he said, like, look, if this was really how it worked, it would release electromagnetic radiation as it orbited in this manner. Like that, we know that doesn't happen. So like what's actually happening? So it's just funny because the wrong model in that sense, like predicted something perfectly, but then also like they knew it at the time that it wasn't correct. Which, I don't know, that's like a really kind of unique story in science to me. I think it's somewhat illustrative of like kind of the ways things are more that there's a different like nature to the reality than you were expecting. And I think there's something valuable about that. Honestly, if I would think of one thing, I would think of how much time is spent in psychology talking about Freud's theories, even though like
they're very wrong.
Yeah,
and honestly, kind of damaging.
Absolutely. And I think that is like kind of the framework that they should be discussed. But like some of my friends who were psych majors in college, I think they got into more of the meat of like more modern psych, but like, that even in this college course that kind of recognized these issues still devoted a significant amount of time. And, not to say that he didn't have like some good ideas, but kind of, yeah, I think the way that there probably were like other things that could be thought about. Actually, I was talking to my girlfriend a little bit about like what sort of things like could be more useful in basic curriculums, and I was thinking maybe like one of the things that would be really valuable to think about would be how to set a curriculum that thinks about like cognitive biases, so that like students can go out from there and like be more aware of kind of where their own thinking patterns could fail them. So that could be part of like a more standard curriculum.
I mean, I'd almost say that should be taught less as a psychology thing and more kind of gen ed.
Yeah, but it ultimately is psychology. So maybe it doesn't belong in a psychology class and it's just part of something. Where would you learn it then? Where would you put that?
I just feel like
gen ed anyways.
I think high school needed a gen ed that was just like talking about, here's some life stuff. Here's critical thinking skills. Here's how to do taxes. Here's, just because we learn math, science, English, and history. And, like, English and history can kind of talk about these things indirectly. But, like, it would actually be kind of neat if we got more of an education or we thought and taught more in regards to, like, not how to think, because that's probably bad branding, but...
Well, you had that one book that you brought home from college, which was... It was like a philosophy class or something, but it was like how to think about weird things, I think was the title. Do you remember it?
I want to say that might have actually been something Mom had, because I don't think I had that one.
Oh, but I thought Mom had it because you brought it home from college after one of your philosophy courses.
I took ethics, not philosophy.
Weren't you... Isn't ethics a sub-branch of philosophy?
Sort of, but there's actually, like, very little crossover if you're just doing the associate's degree. Or not the associate's degree, the concentration.
The concentration, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
See, I remember this. Okay, I mean, I guess I'll ask her. Because certainly, I only ever talked to her about it, so...
I don't remember reading it, but I also was told to buy, like, an egregious amount of books that I did not have time to read through, and we never talked about half of them. So there's a very real possibility I bought it, and then it just went in the bin.
And then Mom, you brought it home, and Mom and I read it. I like this.
It's possible. Oh, I guess I might as well, short interruption, my friend Jazz just raided me, so welcome. We were playing Astroneer. We're actually kind of on the tail end here. We're on Glacio, and we're getting set up to, well, I guess our new base set up, and maybe we're gonna figure out, like, how to get an RTG. I'm pretty sure Stumps has played Astroneer as much as I have, if not more. But also, this is kind of like a light podcast. How was Mario? Because there's a new Paper Mario game. I've never played those. Alright, with that out of the way.
What printer is the RTG under?
You know what? I think it's under the 2 printer.
The 2 printer. Okay.
I think. Yeah, it's under the same tab as the medium battery, medium wind turbine, and medium solar.
Okay, I was thinking hopefully they're all the energy things are there together. Oh gosh. Okay, so we need nanocarbon alloy and lithium. So I guess we can accomplish that. Because nanocarbon alloy, we had the stuff to make previously.
Yeah.
I mean, we have titanium now, and we just need, like, graphene. Yeah. Lithium, we might need to exchange scrap for. Main thing is we're 2,000 bytes shy of that. So I guess the first thing I'll do actually is set up science so that we can start researching these things I found.
Oh, I know what I needed ceramic for.
Is the science thing, is that a small printer or a medium printer thing?
It's the large
I
one.
think that's, oh, a large printer even?
Or, no, it's a medium one, sorry.
Okay.
You have to put it on the large, like the 4 platform. That's where my brain went.
Sure, yeah. I was looking, I don't tend to look at the large printer very often, actually, so.
Yeah, it's very specialized. We don't have a whole lot of conventional use for things that big.
Well, I think having the large rover so that we could get some more soil, and so we can
That's what I was thinking. So I'm
That's what you're
gonna
getting that storage for.
Yeah, I'm gonna set this thing up. Rob us of probably half of our batteries. Put some giant resource pillars on the back and just drive in a direction for a while. Trying to hit as many things, and I just turn around, come back, and unload all of the goodies.
We're doing well for power at the moment, right?
Looks like it, yeah. We got plenty of batteries.
Well then.
Well, little worried this thing's gonna get hecka stuck. I'm not
Stuck in what sense?
like, if I put too many pillars on the back, it won't be able to go through holes.
Oh, right, because you're just gonna dig into a hole.
That's the thing I need.
Can you put trailers on it? Is that a
What
thing
is-
that can happen?
Yes, I can put trailers on these. You only really want to put one. After that, it's actually like too heavy. I don't generally like to because they get stuck, but I think that's a preconceived, like, old notion that I should probably move past.
I mean, I wonder how big it would get. All right, I see that you've immaculated. Oh no, I can't destroy this mountainside. We need to keep a mountain nearby so I can put a beacon on it. Otherwise, I'll never find my way home.
Steel and aluminum. Okay, so we're going to need steel before I can do any of the crazy things.
Steel. Okay. Is there iron on this planet?
Yes. It's on the surface. That's what I was gonna... I think I'm going to take your role and
Okay. So I'll
be the
building
person
up
that
the base.
goes on adventures for a little while. Now that
Okay, that
now that
sounds good.
I have my vehicle.
Yes. What a ride it'll be. Is just the ground just really hard to mine on this planet?
Yeah, you need... did you make a better drill?
Yeah, I do, but I'm just running out of power.
Wait, what? I can do this? This doesn't seem right.
Oh,
This can't be right.
because you're putting.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that's not right. I was like, wait, you can daisy chain these? Because
Well,
if that was the case, I would have done some weird shuttle business.
I see. So it won't actually let you do it.
No. I
Okay.
was kind of hoping.
I like. There's something kind of like insectoid about what it's turning into. Something about it very much speaks to me as like head, thorax, abdomen going on there, and especially the 6 legs, right?
Yeah. It is definitely kind of buggish.
It's got a bunch of wings on it too.
Okay, so I'm going to have to yoink a bunch of our batteries. But hopefully I'll be able to come back and build like one of the trade platforms.
Before you go too adventuring with it, can the first thing you do with it is fill up that soil canister?
Yeah, that's what I was
and-
going to do.
Okay.
You want to actually make a second soil canister? Because what I was thinking is I would
that
range
ultimately
out.
will be necessary, won't it?
Yeah, I was thinking we'd range out and I just swap soil canisters every time I come back.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. Figure out what the other one requires.
Let's see.
Let's see. We want compound.
Is it a medium? No, it's not a medium resource canister. Medium soil canister. Glass and plastic.
Glass and plastic.
Okay, plastic's
We
going to be
had
tough.
glass.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you
the
bring that
plastic.
soil canister? Was that what happened? Did you bring the soil canister?
I brought one. I didn't bring the
I
other,
see.
I think.
So we have to get
by
the
the way-
chemistry lab back. Okay.
Yep. If you do run into power issues, by the way, I'm seeing we still have a medium generator sitting around.
Oh, and you have all that carbon. Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm certainly about to run into power issues. I know it's happening already because I'm about to put up some science.
There you go.
Hey, are you going to be able to put science things on those particular platforms that you have?
Not the small ones. You're going to need to make these big ones are bigger. I was hoping I could find some iron while I'm off out and about. Because if I can get iron, we can get the really big ones and just have the science deck.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, kind of here's the place to do it. Like anything that we thought we needed, like science before, this is where we really like the pedal hits the metal on it. All right,
Alright.
I'm gonna make
I already found some iron.
good.
So I might turn around a lot faster than I thought.
Just because now that we have iron.
Yeah, because that was I mean, the main reason why I wanted to go out so fast is because if iron is primarily on the surface, then I want it.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, you said we needed steel in order to make certain things. Yeah, what did nanocarbon alloy? We don't have the chemistry lab here. I guess I'll need to look at what that was. What if the repackager let you take something that was too big to repackage, and then application of 2 of them successfully was sufficient?
I think physics would have a word.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. The repackager is just a way of making it probably a denser thing.
Okay, so I got good news. I have iron.
Okay. Usually when you say that, you also have bad news. Is there bad news?
I have bad news. I have too much iron.
Oh, that doesn't sound like bad news.
I
That's
don't
fake
know.
bad
Look at all
news.
this iron. How are we going to store all? Oh wait, no. Easy solutions.
Just make a new one.
No, I'm just gonna jam the towers of iron, on the sides of the furnace instead, and just make some new towers.
Oh,
You should probably pull these off at some point.
pull what things off?
Well, have you seen how much iron?
I am looking at it. So you want me to
Okay.
go over there and take the iron off after it's smelted? Yeah, I was planning on doing that.
Probably. Okay. Also, you wanted soil? Here's your
Great.
soil.
Perfect. Beautiful.
I guess that was a
Alright.
very short-lived trip, because now I actually have stuff to do again.
Oh, dang. I guess that medium generator is going to come in handy, won't it?
Oh, you know what I can do? I'm gonna park the car over by these towers, so we can still tap into the power supply.
Did you take all the batteries?
No, there's still a number. They're just on the backside. And
Okay, we
considerably
got, like,
less.
Four. 5? Okay, we
Yeah.
got 5. Okay,
It's okay.
That's more reasonable. I can use generators for this.
Alright, let's see. Let's get big.
Let's get big.
Okay, 2 iron, 2 resin. Bro, you're thinking too small.
Oh, what did it take to make the bigger platforms again?
That. 2 iron, 2 resin. That's why I went out.
Okay, so now that we have it, we're set.
Yep.
Well, that's cool. Did you
I'd
come back
also-
and plug the rover into like the power source? Is that what it's serving as
Yeah.
at the moment? Okay.
Yeah, so currently it's just plugged into one of my ceramic towers. And it will feed energy in and not draw any. So it effectively is just a giant mobile battery.
Okay. For this soil thing, it looks like I can't put both a soil thing and a medium platform on it.
Correct. Which is why I think we're probably going to want to make another one of these big platforms.
Oh, because then we could have like all of them on it together.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just have a crazy soil handling thing.
Okay. In order to have it refill, I needed to put... Yeah, that's how it works. Okay. Cool. Yeah, big enough. Certainly helps. What was I looking for next? I see that's still smelting all that iron. Oh, no wonder the power ran out when you came back. The smelter turned on. But then you plugged your beast of a machine in, and that...
We just don't have any wind. That's the main issue.
Yeah, it's funny that the graphics for wind are not correlated with the actual presence of wind. I think the generator's honestly a fine solution. We have plenty of carbon sitting around, so we can stick with that. Let's see. You're running that printer, but I could definitely... I think the medium printer has some other things we're still missing, right?
Possibly.
Oh, I see. Large platform B was what I was thinking of earlier. Okay.
That one's good for chemistry, especially.
Large platform B. Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't need to go bigger on it, or we might as well always get the biggest thing now that we have the power.
My opinion, go big, and also stay home.
Wasn't Large Platform C the one you used for chemistry previously?
That's the one I used for chemistry.
Is
The one with the
'cause
two.
we can put like the stalks on it.
Well, actually, go back to the B because we can put the towers on it now.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, because the towers can hold way more than the side wing things.
Well, sounds good. Let's see. What was I thinking of doing? Ah, yes. I was gonna put some science on.
Look at how big that box is.
It is heroically sized.
It is. We are not fitting that on a shuttle. No matter how much you
Right.
try and argue with physics.
I'm glad to know this thing has 4,000 science on it and will take an hour, so
Well,
that's good. And as
that's-
soon as I turned it on, it ran out of power.
yeah, we need those RTGs.
Did it just entirely drain the vehicle? Yeah, it did. Wow. I guess we were just at a net negative.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess RTGs,
the generator is running? It is running. Okay.
RTGs
Well-
would just like make the like we just wouldn't need batteries really at that point, right?
Correct.
Okay.
They're
Well,
still useful, but RTGs effectively replace all other power solutions.
our science is currently 21 bits per minute. But really, what we've seen so far in this planet is that there are some things that increase the they just give
I
you
mean,
like 400 signs a pop. We just have to go like find some of those.
Yeah, here, I'll go do that. You get back to... Oh, there's a bunch of iron over there, too. I'm gonna go get 2,000 science by just picking bulbs off science plants.
Sounds good.
You figure out what's necessary to get the, to actually, like, build the thing, because nanocarbon alloy takes a little while. We've got all the tech to make it. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, well, I think the first thing I need to do is get this chemistry lab running.